Good morning, children. In your previous class, I have explained you about the different diseases, communicable and non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases are mostly caused due to deficiency of either vitamins or nutrients like carbohydrate, protein and fats. And communicable diseases are those which are caused due to bacteria, virus, protozoa, these microorganisms. Now today we are going to continue the chapter spread of communicable diseases. How diseases are transmitted from one person to another. So there are different sources for the spreading of diseases. That is, first, through air. Means the air you breathe in. If you are breathing air just near the infected person with viral fever, flu, whooping cough, diphtheria or common cold and tuberculosis. So the bacteria from their mouth when they breathe out air comes into the air, and if you are just sitting beside that suffering person, you will breathe in the infected air beside you and you can get these diseases. So these diseases are transmitted by the help of air, through breathing contaminated air. Now second method is through contaminated food and water. Food and water may get contaminated with germs when they are not stored properly. Eating contaminated food and drinking contaminated water causes diarrhea, typhoid, jaundice and cholera. Spread through contaminated food and water. Means if you are habitual of taking eatables from outsides and there may be that may not be stored properly, flies and mosquitoes might be sitting on it and they infect the food with these germs, and when you eat this type of food or water you can get ill due to diarrhea, typhoid, jaundice or cholera. Now through direct contact. Some diseases are transmitted when you are in direct contact with the infected person, like chickenpox, ringworm, measles and common cold. These are the diseases get transmitted when you are in contact, you touch the person, you are in direct contact with the person, or you use the things of the infected person like towel, clothes, etc. Then you can be infected by these diseases. So direct contact of the infected person may cause illness to you. Now fourth, through insects. Children, you might have heard people suffering from filaria and malaria. These filaria, malaria, dengue, all these diseases are spread by the mosquitoes. Like Anopheles mosquito carry malaria causing bacteria, malaria causing protozoa, and it sucks the blood of infected person and then it sits on a healthy person and transmit the malarial parasite into the body of a healthy person. Then healthy person also gets infected and starts suffering from malaria. So malaria, dengue, plague, all these are transmitted from one person to another with the help of mosquitoes. One more example I am giving to you, Aedes mosquito. It is also a type of mosquito. It spread dengue fever. Aedes mosquito spread dengue fever and rat fleas spread plague. Now, prevention of communicable diseases. Now, how to prevent yourself from these communicable diseases. So, there are some methods which by following you can prevent yourself from diseases. First, we should bath daily with soap and clean water to keep ourselves clean. So, you should bath every day in the morning so that you can keep yourself clean. Nowadays, as you know, that people are also suffering from this coronavirus. So nowadays, if you are going outside and coming back to your home, then also you should remove your clothes, change your clothes and take bath, and then only you should touch anything in your house. So prevention is much better than cure. Now second, the house should be disinfected. The house should have windows and open space to get proper sunlight, because sunlight is natural disinfectant. Means sunlight itself kills many of the bacteria if present in the house. So it acts as disinfectant. It keeps our house disinfected. Now third, drinking water should be clean and pure. Always use filtered and boiled water for drinking, because boiling water kills the disease causing bacteria and germs. Fourth, the surroundings should be neat and clean. Water should not stagnate in the surroundings, because it may become the breeding ground for mosquitoes and flies. So around your house also you must have a look that there should be no stagnant water lying somewhere, because stagnant water is the breeding place for mosquitoes and fly. Garbage should always be kept in covered bins. The children should be vaccinated timely against diseases like tuberculosis, diphtheria and hepatitis. So children are timely vaccinated. Parents used to take the children to the hospital to get them vaccinated, because these vaccinations help throughout the life to prevent from many diseases like tuberculosis, diphtheria and hepatitis. Now vaccination. What does this vaccination actually means? Vaccination means our body is not familiar with the germs of every diseases. So during vaccination, the weak and dead germs of different disease causing germs are injected in our body, so that our WBC, means white blood cells that fights against the diseases, it recognizes the dead and weakened germs and make it capable of fighting these germs. So if once vaccinated, they are introduced, they are familiar that if further this type of germs enters the body by any means, these WBC body soldiers will fight against them and will not let you fall ill. So vaccination creates immunity against a particular disease. Means for measles also you have to take vaccine, so that you will not suffer from measles. And for tuberculosis also vaccine is given, so you will not have tuberculosis in future. For diphtheria and hepatitis also vaccination is done, so that you may not fall ill by these diseases. Now some common vaccines that are given to all children are like polio vaccine to prevent from polio, DPT vaccine to prevent from diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. These are the very fatal and dangerous diseases, but this vaccine prevent the person throughout the life from these diseases. Third, MMR vaccine to prevent from measles, mumps and rubella. So these vaccines are very important. Now next, hygiene. Hygiene, as you know, hygiene is actually good habits that ensures cleanliness and good health of you. So hygiene means actually the good habits: getting up early in the morning, going to washroom, being fresh, taking bath, changing clothes and keeping yourself clean. So proper hygiene help us prevent diseases. Some steps to maintain hygiene are as follows. First, we should wash our hands with soap and water before eating food and after going to toilet. So these you all must be following and it should be followed. Second, we should bath daily to remove dust, dead cells and germs from the body. Third, we should brush our teeth twice daily, in the morning and before going to sleep at night, so that your mouth will remain clean, free from germs. We should cut our nails regularly. Kitchen floor, toilet and bathroom should be regularly cleaned with disinfectants. We should keep the food properly covered. We should keep our surroundings clean. There should be wire screens or net on the doors and windows of the house to prevent the entry of flies and mosquitoes, etc. So these are the different measures of hygiene, good habits that you should follow in your life. Now, importance of exercise. As you all know that exercise is very important. Doing regular exercise improves your blood circulation, digestion and tone up your muscles. You will not look bulky. You will look smart if you are continuously doing exercise every day. When we exercise, more oxygen is supplied to the brain. When you are doing exercise, at that time you are breathing fast and more oxygen enters your body and supplied to brain. Playing outdoor games like cricket, football and hockey also keeps us fit. Yoga, swimming, cycling, walking and running are some other good exercises. Children, nowadays you are not playing any outdoor games due to this type of disease, COVID. So you can do yoga at home, cycling, walking, running alone, not in groups. So, and do exercise at home. All this will make you or keep you healthy. Adequate rest. Proper rest is also needed to keep the body relaxed and mind relaxed. This helps in proper functioning of the body. After rest, we feel fresh and get ready to work again. To stay healthy, an adult needs 6 to 8 hours of the sleep in a day. Inadequate sleep can make us sick. Staying up late to watch television or otherwise is bad habit. So you must avoid these bad habits. Posture. Posture is the position in which we hold our body when we sit, stand or move. So posture is also very important because wrong posture may lead to different types of diseases. And correct posture gives you graceful appearance. So children, in this way chapter is complete. We'll do the exercises tomorrow.